YouTube app on my phone set to the Captain Foley personal channel. So now I'm back and live on the actual Trekyards channel. So, yeah. I hope I've hit the right button too. God damn it, I think I might have screwed something else up. Let me check here. Close out of this. Home. Undo. All right. I'm not sure if... No, I'm not, Olivia. Nice try. Did it crash? It did not crash, no. I'm not sure if I hit the monetization option, though, so I don't know if somebody wants to try a super chat. Mark, you're here. If you could, that'd be awesome. If not, that's cool, too. I think I hit monetize, allow monetization, so if somebody wants to super chat in like $2 just so I know the super chats are working, that would be much appreciated. But please hit that like button if you're just joining us, and or joining me, not us, me. Okay, would you go lie down? Come here and lay down. Come here and lay down. I know everything's been moved around. Olivia throws in $2. It is working. Awesome. Thank you, Olivia. So I did hit that. Good. Good, good, good. I didn't mess that up. So, hi. We are here today to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. So, really? Go lay down. I'm at Anime Los Angeles until Sunday. Ooh, have fun, Mark. Ozzy throws in $2 and says test. Well, thank you, Ozzy. Much appreciated. It did work, so thank you. 12 people here, 9 likes, guys. Hit that like button. We moved some stuff around in the library. No, psst, get out of it. Come here and lay down. Why are you being saucy? Come here and lay down. Come on. Don't snort at me. Come here and lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Sit. Good girl. You stay there. Sorry. Anyway, move some stuff around in the library, so now I've got another place to film. The chair here in front of my Sherlock Holmes stuff and various other assorted stuff. So, you know, it's a nice, relaxing. I like this actually. You get to see more stuff closer up, and that's very cool. So, Olivia throws in $2 and says hashtag sassy pugs. Yeah, sassy little bitches. She's all like discombobulated because nothing is the way it's supposed to be. Oh my fucking god, it's Stuart, says Samuel. Hey Samuel, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Yeah, you guys have missed us, haven't you? We haven't been doing our daily lives at the regular time. Don't worry, we'll be back next week. This has been a pretty hectic week for both of us, and yeah, so we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm currently editing Saturday's video. And which video is that, Samuel? Hashtag justice for the ring ship? Probably not. Not yet. Not yet. It should be coming, though, hopefully. Brian Donaldson throws in $2 just to be completely 100% sure it works. Thank you, Brian. Yes, it does indeed work. Getting odd errors when trying to super chat, says Mark. Ooh, that's not good. Samuel says Picard's going to be crazy. I've been doing my taxes this week. Well, we don't do our taxes till March. I think April 1st is the deadline. I don't know. Usually it's March when we do our taxes and get them in. So Edgar says, are you bracing yourself for Picard season 3? Yes. Hopefully it's not gonna suck. We've heard a lot of good things about it and maybe seen some things. Who knows? But yeah, it's going to be better than the first 2 seasons at least. Hopefully. Samuel says, I can imagine daily lives again for Picard Season 3, like we did for Picard Season 2. Oh, absolutely. But that's not till February 16th. We need stuff to fill that space between now and then. But Mark Lawrence, I seem to already own this item. You already own the Super Chat item? Is that what it's saying? Seriously? That's really weird. Well, you are Federation president, so maybe it's like you already own this channel, essentially. So, the Holy Gabriel Evening Cap. Hope your new year is started off well so far. It has, absolutely 100%, yes. Hold on, I might have to make some concessions for my puglet here because she's being a bit of a pain in the butt. You want your bed over here? Is that what you want? Come and lay down. There you go, you can be right beside me. Anyway. Power 543 Fan Films. Sounds like a very impressive channel, and you know, anyway. He says, end of January is our deadline. Oh, for taxes? Oh, I see. Olivia, he skipped my super chat. What is Trekyards hiding? Oh, yeah, Olivia, $2. Dear Samuel, hashtag justice for the ring ship. Indeed. Okay, I know things have moved. Precious. It's okay. Eric Martin, Evening Cap. You are tucked back in the corner there. Not tucked in the corner. We've just moved the chair here. We got a little table here now. You can like spin around. You can see all the cool stuff behind me. Hey, high five. Psh. That's my high five hand for whenever I do something good. Like, yeah. Psh. Maybe I'll show off some of the stuff at some point. We shall see. Samuel says, Stuart, if I send you a screenshot on Facebook, do you want to show an exclusive shot for my next short film? It's going to be a surprise for everyone. Yes, go ahead and send it. I will show it. TNG fanatic Chuck A says, hi, Samuel, or hi, Stuart and Samuel. And Ozzy says she wants it the way it's supposed to be. I mean, I could have to move her bed back over there. The other two are in their bed over there. Yeah. JL Young. All right, let's see. Samuel sent me something that says from our next short film surprise, thoughts. My thoughts are deep and varied, but excited. So anyway, can I show this, Samuel? I mean, he already said I could, so I'm going to show it anyway. So this is from a short film. It is, look at that. It is the NX-01 USS Enterprise. Try to not have glare on it. Please tell me that's the motion with the way that's pointed. It looks like it's from the opening credits. It's like where it's like leaning forward. That'd be a cool, nice little scene to have. Just saying it. Anyway, no. Psst. What? Get out of it. Come on. You're not getting in there. Come here. Lay down. Come on. Come here. Lola. Sorry, Precious. Lola, come here. Shithead. No new Trek today. Doesn't feel like a proper Thursday anymore. Terrence Childs, have you had the new Popeye's chicken sandwich yet? I had it today, and it's delicious. I don't know which one it is specifically, but yeah. Okay, stop. Go lay down. Stop messing with things. Things change. It's just the way it is. You're going to have to learn to live with it. Why am I getting deja vu over Terrence and Popeyes? I don't know. I've tried a bunch of their sandwiches. I haven't had a new one for like probably a good 2 or 3 months though, from Popeyes. So I don't know if there's a new one they have out, but Ozzy, Mom watched Top Gun Maverick 8 times. She's an ace. Olivia throws in $5. Samuel, when is Captain Olivia Julius coming to a short? By the way, I miss you, Samuel. Samuel, I miss you. Come on, Samuel. Go live, Samuel. Sam. That's it. Lay down. Good girl. Birth defect. Precious, where are you? Q Lazarus belts it out in the background. So yeah, this looks like Samuel sent me something else. Let's see what the hell he has to say. Can I read this out loud? I don't know. I don't know if I can read this out loud. It might be a surprise, Samuel. Yes, read. Oh, okay. Ooh, there we go. Yes, show it, he says. And then he says, the next short takes place in the TOS or in the TOS Enterprise. On the TOS Enterprise? Okay, hold on. Let's try that again. The next short takes place in the TOS Enterprise on the Enterprise. A surprise to us all that this one got made. And the USS Foley gets a mention. Thoughts of a TOS one? Yes, read. I'm excited for a TOS one. I don't know why you don't do more TOS ones. Cause I know because everybody does them. They're kind of saturating the fan film market. I get it. But, TOS is your chance to have Captain Foley in your short treks. Plus, you can have a time incident where Captain Foley from the TOS era gets pulled into the future and then has to get upgraded with a new first contact uniform and, be a captain in the future. And, the captain with the most seniority. I also don't do them because TOS era lighting is harder to get looking right, but I may have solved that issue. Oops, maybe. I did the thing over Christmas. Winky face. There you go. You don't have to match TOS lighting. TOS lighting was kind of awful. In a Mirror Darkly did a good job of lighting. I don't just light it like that. You can type in the regular chat so everybody can see, because I can't read the regular chat and your chat at the same time. I have to keep switching back and forth. So you stop. Oh, now you're typing again. All right, we're going to wait for Samuel to be done typing. My chat's more important. Heart. On that note, let's go back to the people that are important and super chat us money. Mark Lawrence, $5. Trying again, LOL. And it worked. There we go. Finally, yesterday's Enterprise is on TNG now. Wright Sublet says, greetings from Florida. Cheers, Stuart. Hope to see you again at Wonderfest. Absolutely, my friend. 100%. Chuck A, USS Foley. Great. It is great. Captain Casey Stewart. Captain, steam or diesel? Really? We all know it's always steam. I know, but you'd be surprised, man. You go to these freaking train shows and they got these beautiful layouts and everybody has fucking diesel engines, diesel locomotives. And I'm like, seriously? You spent all this time making this beautiful layout and you're running diesel on it. Please, for the love of Christ, stop. And actually, it's a mute point anyway. It's a mute question because steam or diesel, neither, because they're all electric. They're all electric trains. Let's be real. But yeah, steam is the steam has character. Every steam locomotive has its own personality, its own sound, its own characteristics, its own little quirks. Diesel is just fucking diesel. Yeah. All right. Cody Michael says your lighting is on point tonight, Cap. Is it? I was worried about the lighting situation here. I don't have the top light on, which I never do, but I'm usually closer to that other light. But I kind of like this, so this is gonna work. It's gonna work for me for future lives. Eric Martin, I was thinking of watching the Doomsday Machine on the big TV. It's one of my favorites. Oh, dude, I would love to watch that on your TV. I'd like to go through some of the TOS classics on your TV, actually. We should do that one afternoon watch the Doomsday Machine and Balance of Terror and the Enterprise incident and everything but City on the Edge of Forever. I don't want to watch that. And Samuel's all pissy and says, fine. Because he's back here in this chat. Don't be pissy. Olivia throws in $2. Lola, where is my little puggy Lola? She's right here. She's finally settled down and realizes that things change. I can show you. There's some dog toys on the floor, so there's Dot and Precious over there in that bed, and there's the bookcases, and there's Lola right there. Lola. All right, there you go. There, you saw Lola. You should be happy with that. Okay, that makes sense. All right, chat times 2. Cody Michaels, the TOS lighting I love is the line over the eyes. It was tributed in the Batman 66 cartoon movie with Shatner. Yeah, they tribute that quite a lot in a lot of things. Starship USS Dolphin, 5 pounds. Great name, USS Dolphin. Hi, Trekyards. This is the Dolphin requesting permission to dock. Permission granted. Trekyards. Hey, Cap. Hey, Trekyards. Power 543 fan films. That is true. Your lighting is pretty sexy. Very TOS into a mirror darkly. See? I can do things. Broken speakers. Steam is awesome. Now, that being said, I have begun learning a little about the common diesel engines up through the modern ones. I find them all interesting. Yeah, there's some that are better than others, for sure. Trek or not, probably asked, but I got notification for your own channel. Yeah, because I had my the YouTube app on my phone on the Captain Foley personal channel because I uploaded some stuff earlier today. And I just went on and started a live and didn't realize it was on the wrong channel. And I got like 1 viewer in like a minute. It was only Olivia. Not only Olivia, it was Olivia. And she's like, this is the wrong channel. I'm like, oh shit. So if you want to see part 1 of this live stream, go to the Captain Foley personal channel and check it out. Samuel says, Eric, did you watch the Doomsday Machine fan film I did the visual effects for? We're waiting, Eric. Captain Casey Stewart also liked Lola the reindeer. Yes, that was so cute. She was not impressed with me. She's just like... Terrence Childs, whose shields are more powerful, Stargate or Star Trek or Star Wars shields? I wonder whose shields are more powerful. I wanted to say Star Trek, but I don't know. Samuel could probably talk about some of the Stargate shielding. I honestly don't know. Star Wars shields absolutely suck. So Samuel says Stargate ancient shields, Asgard shields are more powerful, but I'd say average Stargate shields are worse than, say, a Sovereign. Cody Michaels, your lighting is very Trekyards After Dark or Late Night with the Captain. Welcome, everybody, to Late Night with the Captain. What were you expecting? I have pants on. Eric Martin, I'm an accountant and everyone gets pissy when doing their taxes. Damn it, man, I'm an accountant, not a whatever. Insert clever thing there. Birth defect, docking, aye, fascinating. Dolphin confirms. Now, USS Dolphin, are you a ship of only dolphins and beluga whales, like a cetacean ship? That'd be interesting. Maybe some Zindi aquatics on there. Hashtag share Olivia. Broken speaker. I put together the Polar Lights Grissom Bird of Prey snap together kit last night because I was nervous and needed something to focus on. It's an okay kit, but would be better if glued together. Well then, oh, okay, there you go. Sci-fi guy, yes, you have skills. Eric Martin, I will look that up, Sam, thanks. Power 543 fan films. Who would donate to get us to $1,500 goal to get Stuart into the UK to film a fan film or two with me? Many uniforms. Stuart was clearly hinting. I wasn't hinting. It's just something I've been suggesting for like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years now. Maybe not 9 years. But yeah, you're like, well, your captain's only in TOS, so I can't incorporate him into my fan films. It's like, then come up with a fucking solution. Have him go. We had a whole premise for a Trekyards motion comic. Don't you remember? Use that. Oh my goodness. Anyway, yeah, who would donate? Chuck A says, not with my ship, you don't. Olivia posted a link to part 1 of the live stream. It's so short. It's like a minute and a half. But it's funny. Mr. Captain 93, any movies you're looking forward to this year? So many. I just saw a listing of all the movies coming out this year. Indiana Jones, obviously. Who? And now I'm just trying to blank on all of them. Hold on, let me just take a look at something real quick. I might be able to find. Or not. Let's see. So yeah, John Wick 4. I haven't watched any of the other John Wicks. I've been told I need to. Creed 3. Looking forward to that. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Absolutely. There's this Megan one that I first heard about last night that Matt actually had the thing for the premiere last night. Or for a screening, I guess. Fast 10. Fast X. Aquaman and the Last Kingdom. Ooh, there's a Wonka movie. The Hunger Games, The Ballad of the Songbirds and Snakes. No. 65. 65 looks good. That's with Kylo Ren there. That's one that I'd be interested in seeing. Blue Beetle is getting a movie. Wow. The Marvels. The Flash. I'm looking forward to The Flash. Transformers Rise of the Beasts. 100% yes. Very much looking forward to that. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. The Little Mermaid, actually. I'm looking forward to that as well. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. The Super Mario Brothers movie. Not going to see that in theaters or anything, probably. Well, if it's in 3D, maybe. I want to see it. Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Amongst Thieves. Yes, that's one I definitely want to see with Mr. Chris Pine. Yeah, D&D for sure. Shazam, Fury of the Gods. Looking forward to that. Scream 6. Also looking forward to that one as well. Cocaine Bear, no. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, yeah. Mission Impossible 7, no. It's a Barbie movie, interesting. Killer of the Flower Moon with Leonardo DiCaprio. Look, there's a Barbie movie, a live-action Barbie movie. It was just based on the creator of Barbie. And Dune Part 2. Well, y'all know my thoughts on Dune, so that's a big negatory there, but I'm going to see it because Sylvie's going to want to see it, so. What do you believe would be better in Trek Universe? True energy shields or replicator transporter sourced ones? Both physics and transporter. I'd say true energy shields, honestly. Olivia says, Sam, I'll donate more money when Captain Olivia is in a short. And she'll also, I think everybody will donate at least $10 for hashtag Justice for the Ring ship. I'm speaking for everybody here. Trek or not. Welcome, everyone, to Foley After Dark. Oh, my God, my back's bothering me. Fleet Paw Swiftback, member for 33 months at the rank of Captain. Hey folks, hope everyone had a good holiday. Stuart, good to see you. I've had a shit week, and this is much needed. I need a new job. Well, sorry to hear that, man, but I'm here for you. No, we have plenty of aquariums on board. That's very cool. If this is late night with the captain, then what Trek star are you interviewing? The one and only Captain Foley. That's right, I can interview myself. Samuel says, I could incorporate if you were close and wouldn't just film yourself. If you were close, you'd be in like 10 films already, hence who would donate? That's a good point. Yeah, filming myself would be difficult, just getting the lighting and everything and the standards of the Samuel. Zeron the Gamer, what did you didn't like about Discovery? There's a lot that I didn't like. There's also a lot I did like about Discovery. Overall, though, just bad writing, plot holes aplenty, undercooked characters that change drastically for some reason. Because I know why. Because different writers, different showrunners. There's a lot that I didn't like, but still a lot that I did like. Fleetbus said, "I donate. Fuck yeah, make it 3,000 and bring Lieutenant Swiftback into the Trek short universe. You can come over with me." Ha! If that had happened, Fleetba, I'd welcome you. J.L. Young, the new Transformers movie, hell yes. Fleetpa, I'll even get my passport. That'd be helpful. Cody Michaels, no one is talking about the new Ant-Man. Love Ant-Man. Quantumania looks pretty good. Birth Defect, Evil Dead and Transformers are a must-see for me this year. Oh, is it a new Evil Dead movie? I didn't know that. Ray Rivera. Ray, hi. Evening, Captain and chat. Happy New Year, everyone. Same to you, my friend. Melissa is here. Greetings, Cadet Mel here from Starfleet Medical, reporting for duty. I just got Vader Immortal episodes 1 through 3. That's pretty great. Those are awesome in VR. I've played them on the channel. Very, very good games. Or stories. Zero on the Gamer. For me, I hated the Spore Drive and the Starfleet uniforms. I honestly couldn't distinguish any of the enlisted and officers. For Discovery, yeah. I didn't hate the Spore Drive. I thought it was an interesting idea. But anyway. Ruel Lopes. Megan looks scary. I might just take the wife up this weekend. You know what I'm doing? I'm gonna put this fucking pillow behind my back. That'll help me with my back. There we go. Samuel's Indiegogo update link. Zero on the Gamer, and you want any pop culture news? If you have any pop culture news, sure. About the Flash and the DECU. Sure, if you have anything to tell us, just tell us. Chuck A says, I left a comment on the other live stream, Reader's Digest version of a live stream. Geraldine Karstensen, $50 super chat. Thank you so much, Geraldine. I always love when you show up. That was brighten up my day with the awesome super chats and the really bright colors of super chats. So appreciate it. I would start a fund off to send Cap over the pond. But how do we get him back? Do you really want me back? Or you want to strand me over there? Broken Speaker, not sci-fi, but I want to see that Ant-Man or A Man Named Odo Tom Hanks movie, but nobody else wants to go with me. Melissa had a good holiday. That is awesome. Fleetpaw, hashtag justice for the ring ship Enterprise. View from Lookout, £2. Long live the Empire. Long live the Empire. Sorry, long live the Empire. There you go. Krishak. Samuel says, so, question. Now we've all had time to process. What do we all think of the USS Titan A? Oh, that was brought up on the stream last night, my friend. So many people. Well, first of all, they're calling it a Constitution class or a Constitution 2 class, which I think is really stupid. And I said that's not what it's going to be called, but apparently that's what Terry Medalist said it was going to be called. So I'm like, for fuck's sakes. Constitution 2 class. It's nothing like the Constitution. Well, it's similar, but anyway, yeah. Please, everybody tell Samuel what you think of the Titan A. Trekyards says he's looking forward to the movie Oppenheimer. Mr. Captain 93, chances of Orville season 4. I would say good, I would hope. Fleetpaw, meh. Will be better seeing more of it on screen, Samuel. Mike says, Buongiorno, El Capitano. Buongiorno to you as well, my friend. Olivia throws in $5. Today is 1/5/23. Please note in the log that me and Fleetpaw finally agree on something. Hashtag justice for the ring ship. Judge 1981, passing through before bed. Well, glad you stopped by, my friend. Trek or not, Titan A is cool, but design appropriate. Inappropriate. I disagree with that. Terrence Childs, I love the original Star Trek. The writers really knew what they were doing. Picard had an excellent speech. All of them are. Picard did have a lot of great speeches, for sure. Mr. Captain 93, don't tick off Samuel or he'll write you into a Betazoid wedding. Hey, I'd feature in a Betazoid wedding, for sure. Chuck A. Good night, Stuart and Samuel. Take care, everyone. Good night, Chuck. Judge 1981 makes note that against all odds, Olivia had someone agree with her. Wow. Cody Michaels, did your Wrath of Khan playmates come yet? What do you think? I got mine and won't be getting TNG ones. They haven't come yet. Speaking of, Fleetpaw is in the chat. I don't know what the progress is on those, but I haven't got them yet, so I won't be getting the TNG ones either. I've seen the TNG ones on reviews and stuff, and yeah, I'm not super impressed. Melissa says, when it comes to TNG, I'd wish the science was separated from medical with either a different hue to the blue or the Starfleet medical symbol on the uniform. Crazy Ghost Hunters, do you play Star Trek Bridge Commander for PC? Yeah, I have it on the PC. I'm meaning to play it. I haven't played it like multiplayer or anything in a long time. But I want to do the campaign. I'm actually playing through Starfleet or Star Trek Armada 2 right now. I was playing that pretty consistently for a while, and then I kind of stopped for a few months, and then I played another, like the next mission yesterday. I was going to play it today, just didn't have a chance. I kind of had a busy day, so. Leafpaw said, we've agreed on loads of things, Olivia. I just don't agree with you publicly. We have an image to maintain, you know. The bickering children of Stuart Foley. Wow. Right sublet. The Titan A is whatever class Bill says it is. Yeah, Bill Krause should have the final word on that, but apparently Terry confirmed it was a Constitution 2 or something. In my mind, it's the Shangri-La class, but whatever. Eric Martin, I don't mind the Titan A, but the Impulse deck is the size of an Excelsior class. It seems out of proportion to me. Robert Westfall, hey Mon Capitan, got some news from work. I will now be working 2 to 2.5 hours a day, 6 days a week, with 10 an hour coming in. Nice. Melissa, I adore Dr. Crusher's care for her patients. She's very down to earth. If only McCoy was down to earth. Mr. I'm a doctor, not a blah blah. Fleet Paw Swiftback throws in $5. So about the Wrath of Khan playmates. Evidently I effed up and they got sent back. I have to resend them. Say what? How'd they get sent back? Confirm the address again. That's weird. Mike Charest, I want to see a new Stargate, but I was hoping they would keep the original showrunner, but I guess not. I hope it doesn't suck. What about you? I want to see a new Stargate too. And of course I don't want it to suck. Samuel's more of the Stargate guy here. I mean, I love Stargate too. I finally watched it. But I think Samuel has his ear to the ground a little bit better than most people, so I don't know. I don't think it'll suck. I maybe that's what I don't know. I don't want it to suck. Trekker not Titan A in Picard is like Maverick, flying 5th gen fighter styles like a P-51. Cool but silly. Judge 1981 throws in $2. Happy New Year and more super chats, yo. Or more super chats, yo. Thank you. Squadron Course. I don't think the Titan A is bad, but to be honest, I kind of wish it was just Titan, a Luna class. That said, if the season is good, nobody will care. You say that, but people will care. If the season's really good, the writing's good, the character's good, are treated well, people are going to find other things to bitch about, and the Titan's right in the firing line of that, so... Melissa says, I also got Star Trek TNG calendar for Christmas. It has the L-Cars look to it. Pretty cool. Robert Westfall. By the way, everyone, happy belated New Year. Happy New Year to you as well. Anyway, gotta go. Good night, Captain and folks. Good night. Generation Productions. Hey, Trekyards. Hi, Captain. Hey, how's it going? So, I hear that Gene had rules for ship design, like Federation ships only supposed to have 2 warp nacelles, yet that rule was broken. So why do some ships have more? We did a whole video about that with Andy Probert talking about the 4 rules of starship design. Technology advances, things change. So that's why the rule's broken. Plus, it's a stupid fucking rule. And it was made because Gene Roddenberry had a little bit of a fight with Franz Joseph, who, by the way, he helped work on the technical manual with, but they had a misunderstanding. And so to discredit Franz Joseph's work of the single nacelled Saladin class and the 3 nacelled Federation class, when the motion picture rolled around, he was like, "Oh, well, you know, they have to work in pairs. You can't have odd numbered nacelles. It's to discredit somebody's work." So the rules are ridiculous and stupid to begin with, but there are ways around the rules. For the pairs rule, for example, if you have a single nacelled ship, you have 2 sets of smaller warp coils lined inside one nacelle. You still have 2 sets of warp coils side by side in pairs, but they're smaller, hence a slower ship, and they're confined within one nacelle. I have no problem with that. There's ways around such things if you really want to work it out and think about it. So yeah, we did a 2-part episode with Andrew Probert talking about the rules of starship design. He's very much a firm believer and proponent of the design rules and will not budge on them. But I think there's a lot of wiggle room there. So there you go. Samuel shared a link. I assume that's to the rules video. Talking about design rules with designer, oh yeah, that's what it was. This is with designer Andrew Probert. Only Stargate I could get into was SG-1. Melissa says, yo, what's all the blue links? They are links to videos that we've talked about. Squadron Course, hey, Stuart and I are wearing the same shirt. Or the same shirt design, anyway. Would be a little awkward if it was actually the same shirt. So Squadron Course is wearing his Trekyards web series shirt. I'll show you guys if you haven't seen it. It's in the TeePublic store and the Teespring store. Trekyards Delta. Hell yeah. Mike Shiras, good night, Captain. I was checking in. It's time for me to get ready for bed. Have a great night. You too, Mike. Judge 1981, peace out, kids. This load isn't going to drive itself yet. I thought you were going somewhere else with that. Peace out, kids. This load isn't going to shoot itself. Yeah, my mind goes in bad places sometimes. Additional nacelles for warp sustainment at higher velocities. Not only warp sustainment, but also I like the explanation of the three nacelles being able to refine the the warp field geometry, make it a little bit of a sleeker interaction with space around it by changing the actual warp field shapes. So Melissa says, Captain, I know you're not medical, but do you own a medical tricorder anyway? I do not. Generation Productions. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks, Cap. Gonna have to go back and have a look. Please do. I don't believe in the rules. They're fucking stupid. Like the pairs rule is one. Another one of the rules of starship design is the bridge has to be located on top of the ship. Also stupid. That again discredits Franz Joseph's work because the Federation class had the bridge in the center of the saucer. The Bizarre collectors have to have a line of sight to open space. Don't have much of a problem with that, but even still, it's space for Christ's sakes. You can draw elements in. You don't have to fly into them necessarily. So, don't have a problem with that. So that's three of the rules. What is the fourth rule? Pairs, bridge, Bizarre collectors. And I gotta look that up. I can't believe I have to look it up. Oh, okay, so here they are. Rule number 1, warp nacelles must be in pairs. No three nacelles. Rule number 2, warp nacelles must have at least 50% line of sight of each other across the hull. That one makes the most sense out of all of them, in my opinion. But, eventually get ships like the Defiant, where they're internal. And even if you want to keep the stupid pairs rule, you could say that even though the engines or the nacelles are internal to the ship, that they still have a conduit or a couple conduits linking them so they have line of sight of each other. Rule number 3 is both warp nacelles must be visible from the front. And rule number 4, the bridge must be located at the top center of the primary hull. So if you look up rules of starship design or rules of ship design in Star Trek, a whole bunch of shit comes up, and look at right there. Part 1 of our interview or discussion with Andrew Probert. So, hells yeah. Oh, okay, thanks, Cap. What? As there was a lot of confusing blue links. That's fine. Don't have to click them. They're just talking about specific videos, and we just like to share the links. Fleet Paw Swiftback. Melissa, yep, the links are for older videos. Usually I will post them, but Sam beat me to it today. I should get, raise you earned, Fleet Paw. I'm going to have to dial that back a bit. Just saying. Eric Martin, $5. Wish I knew more about UK taxes. Sorry, Sam. Good luck. Melissa says, she's just saying, thanking Fleet Paw. Eric Martin, I bet those big impulse engines, the Titan A, could do the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs. Power 543 Fan Films. Ha! Thanks, Eric. That's why I have an accountant. Fleet Paw Swiftback, $2. Trekyards After Dark. Certain adult site theme. Sean O'Sullivan, no visible weapons. That's not it. Line of sight. Yes, Fleet Paw. No visible weapons was never a rule, no. Trekkernot, the unwritten rule. Tribbles taste best when skinned, battered, and deep fried. Most things do. Cody Michaels, for more information on Foley After Dark, visit his OnlyFans. If only you guys fucking knew. The captain has a history, has a past. Anyhow. Melissa, the pairs rule is semi-understandable. It's not, though. Not at all. It's just to discredit Franz Joseph's work because he had single nacelled ships and he had triple nacelled ships. So the pairs rule, and even if you want to believe in the pairs rule, which I think is really stupid, but like I said, it can be explained for each the single nacelle and for the three nacelles because they don't have to pair off across from each other. There's one above. You can fire on these two, take the pressure off the one on the one side, then do the two on the sides, and then switch off again. It's fine, but it's still stupid. Starship USS Dolphin says one thing about the ship, Captain, is we have a transparent aluminum bottom on the ship because the large Vulcan dolphins live there. That's cool. Trek or not, we're talking about the Cap's Bizarre exposure again. Melissa says, I'm learning a lot. What I find concerning is the Prime Directive. It says not to interfere, but what if a planet is sick? I would assist anyway. That gets tricky and sticky. Gotta be careful with that. Trek or not, at least they meet the pairs rule. What did I just stumble on? You'll never know, Cody. Foley's OnlyFans. Thanks for sharing that, Fleet Paw. Just kidding, it's his personal YouTube channel. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, this has been a lively discussion. It's been a really fantastic live so far. We're not even anywhere. I was going to say we're not anywhere near close to an hour, but we're coming up on the hour mark. So keep the super chats coming if you're able to. It's been a good night for super chats, and that's awesome. I really like the super chats. They're needed, unfortunately. And this chair swivels, so I do this, and I don't mean to. I apologize if it's distracting for anybody. Ray says, I hear snoring. You do, because I have two pugs and a chihuahua in the room. And pugs are notorious for snoring. Currently, it's Lola that's snoring. Precious is actually being pretty quiet over there. She's breathing a little heavy, but Lola's like dreaming. Her legs are twitching. So. Favorite tiger? Do you expect any actors or actresses from Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, or Voyager in season 3 of Picard? I expect a lot of things. Are we going to get it? I'm not sure, but it would be nice. I would love to see somebody from Voyager or DS9 pop up in Picard. That would be amazing. Birth defect. Has there been any ship designs with inline engine nacelles? What do you mean specifically by inline? Like one in front of the other? Not that I'm aware of, no. Danny Janey. Woof. $100 super chat. Thank you so much. I love seeing that red color pop up. Show us the snoring pugs. Fine. I've already done this once during this live stream, but I will do it again, especially for $100 super chat. God damn. All right. There's Lola. She's the one that was snoring. And now she stopped because she's awake and looking at me. Lola. And over there, that's Precious. And right beside her is Dot. 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 We need to see your head, so you're just a black shape right now. Dot. Dot. There she is. Oh, I woke you up. I'm sorry, sweetie. People wanted to see you. Or something. You can go back to bed now. So there you go. That's what was making all the goddamn noise right there. This little puglet. So there you go, sir. Thank you so much for the super chat. Dogs are funny, even while asleep. Yep. That's one way to put it. View from Lookout says, see a cap. Time to hit the sack. All right, we'll see you later. View from Lookout. Fleet Paw says, hey, if I get the Captain Foley personal channel subs by calling it your OnlyFans, isn't that doing my job? Isn't that ding my job? It is, yes. Just don't actually share the actual other things. You know the rules. Melissa says, would be cool if Dr. Crusher came back and was Admiral Crusher. Admiral. Eric Martin throws in $5. It's kind of pale in comparison to that $100 super chat, but thank you anyway, Eric. Much appreciated. How come you don't drink on the lives anymore? Do you need another care package or something? No, nobody was super chatting to have me drink. So, and I'm not an alcoholic, so I just didn't think of bringing anything up today. So, Danny Janie says, I'm late and stumbled in on whatever was happening 5 minutes ago. Who knows what's happening here half the time. Oh, by the way, guys, we're 49 likes. We're 1 like away from 50. So somebody hasn't hit that like button. Please give that like button a hit or a tap or a nudge or a brush or a stroke or a caress or a lick. Just give us a like. Trek or not, your dogs seem very content. Good dog dad right there. Absolutely. They're my babies. My spoiled babies. Cody Michaels, I actually got a bunch of classic Ghost Rider books I'm looking to unload. By books, do you mean comics? I actually had the complete run of the Ghost Rider back in the 90s. The Dan Ketch Ghost Rider. I got all those. I got a bunch of Ghost Rider stuff over there. Well, not a bunch. I got the... Is that what you saw? Did you see the Ghost Rider thing behind Dot? Yeah, I'm a huge Ghost Rider fan. Right sublet. Having served on board Cold War ships, I can point out that the actual combat information, CIC, or Combat Information Center, CIC, is usually buried deep within the ship. The bridge still drive and navigate usually high up. Yeah, it's not funny because the Foley class has a CNC room, which is in the heart of the saucer as well. The bridge is on the top of the Foley class, but there's a CNC because it is a fleet operations control ship. So, yeah, that's funny because the Foley class has one. Eric Martin, that reminds me of me waking up in the morning with that what the fuck look. It can't be morning yet. No. Danny Janie says it was me, sorry. What was you? Sorry. Don't be sorry. Right sublet says, since in space you don't need a window to fly the ship, the command deck would be much safer within the hull. But don't you know, JJ says that there's a window there. And then everybody after JJ said, that window there, that's a good idea. Why didn't they always have that window up there? Because there's never a fucking window there. Yeah, but I don't know. After 2009, there's a fucking window on the bridge. Don't get me started on the window on the bridge. Fleet Paw says, you can thank me for that, Danny Janie. Terrence Childs, have you seen this show on Netflix called The Santa Claus Diet? If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's pretty good. I have not seen that, no. Cody Michaels, yeah, I was me who needed to like it. I'm feeling. Oh, it was you people that hadn't hit like yet. Okay. Sci-fi science interest. Time for Riker to be known as Commodore Riker. The Commodore rank needs to return. Favorite Tiger says, even though I'm allergic to dogs, I still have a dog. Guess what? I'm also allergic to dogs. I'm allergic to dogs and cats, but I've always had one. or a couple my entire life. Specifically, it's funny because if these little shits, they sleep in bed with us, right? So if, let's say, Lola is lying up against my back, it's fine for about 20 minutes. Then my back starts to get itchy, starts to get irritated, starts to get a little rash. Not a rash so much, just irritated skin, red skin, it gets itchy. So I'm allergic to dog hair. I'm super allergic to dog saliva. If I get dog saliva or dog hair in my eye, like happened on one of my lives like a week ago, where it happened right before the live and my eye was like super bloodshot. So I'm allergic to that. I'm also allergic to cat scratches. If I get a cat scratch, it really swells up quite a bit. Or if I get a cat bite, it's even worse because I'm super allergic to their saliva as well. So, fun facts that you didn't know about the captain. But yeah, I'm allergic to dogs, and pugs shed like crazy, but they're pugs and they're fucking adorable, and I don't care if I'm allergic to their hair or not. I'm gonna tough it out because that's what real men do. Generation Production says, okay then. What is that about? What are you okay thenning? Melissa's Legally Blind World Foley class. The USS Foley? It is, yes. Terrence Childs, if you're into really scary movies and you like werewolves, the best werewolf television show is called Werewolf from the 1980s. That is one hell of a scary show about werewolves. Cool, I'm not really huge into werewolves specifically. Vampires more so than werewolves, but Cody Michaels, I saw him, that's why I brought it up. Yeah, it's a stack of 80s Ghost Rider comics and a stack of Spirit of Vengeance. Well, that's not a Ghost Rider comic, though. Hold on, I'll show you what that is. Just stay. We don't have to freak out. What this is. Hold on here. What this is a Ghost Rider 2 Spirits of Vengeance trading cards. Still sealed. This is a box of sealed trading cards. And this glows in the dark. So does this. I had a huge glow in the dark poster of this on my wall back when I was my late teens. So, and this is an unopened, sealed box of Ghost Rider cards. I have another box that's open. I have the complete card collection as well. But this one, I don't know why I still have it. I mean, it's not worth anything probably, but I'm just a big Ghost Rider fan, so that's what that is. And it glows in the dark, and that's cool to have a glowing, flaming skull that glows in the dark. Some of the comics from this run had glow in the dark covers as well, and I've got all those comics. I got that complete run pretty much. So, and look for 10 special glow in the dark cards in this series. There's particular cards in here that glow in the dark as well. So that's what that is. Not a lot of people know that, but now you do. And you're all the better for it, I'm sure. I have returned, you see. No, lay down. I'm not going anywhere. Lay down, sweetie. Fleet Pass says it's long, but there is a live about designing the Foley class. Check it out. Yes, indeed. And right now we're currently, me and Rusted Gear, who does Starship Cutaways, we're working on the refit of the Foley class, and it's shaping up very nicely. So, JL Young, cat scratch fever. Yes, once got a cat scratch, and it like made my elbows swell up. It's pretty bad. Right sublet. I'm allergic to cats and dogs, but my cats are my world. I'll deal with the reactions because I love my two cats. Give me more than compensates for the downside. Absolutely. Favorite Tiger, what was the first class of starship to include a warp core ejection system? Well, the NX-01 had one. The whole engineering thing could like slide right out the back of the NX-01. Generation Productions. Cap missed my comment about red shirts, so yeah, all good. Which, hold on, I sometimes miss comments. Don't do it deliberately. Where is it? The last one I see from you is okay, cool. Thanks, Cap. Gonna have to go back and have a look. Let me just scroll a little bit further, see if I can see anything else. I don't see a comment about red shirts because the next one after that is okay then. Sometimes I miss comments, sometimes deliberately because they're not relevant, other times because I just miss a comment. Sometimes I miss super chats. It's just something that happens. So it's not, don't take it personal. I don't know what you said about red shirts because I cannot find it. Fleetpaw, if you can find it, let me know. Fleetpaw will fill me in. Cody Michaels, one of the cats puked on me and all the blankets last night. Not allergic, just want to kill her. That's just disgusting, yeah. Substance D says, cool. Cool indeed, my friend. Cool indeed. Cool in the gang. So yeah, Generation Productions. Nothing personal. Don't worry. See, a lot of people get upset from. I'm not saying that this is about you. I'm just this is a topic that just popped into my head because of this. A lot of people get upset because of perceived slights or something that was said wrong. Trust me. If in okay, I'll check that out in a second. Fleetpaw, hold on. If in fact I want you to be insulted, you'll know that you're insulted. You'll know that you pissed me off. Do not take anything that I say as an insult unless I direct it directly at you. Like I said, if I want you to be insulted, you're going to know that you were insulted. That's always the way I've been. So let's see what Fleetpaw's showing me here. Oh, Captain, so TOS red shirts myth is all red shirts die more than any other color in Starfleet uniform and ranks, but yet science and command seem to die as well. So red shirts worse. No, actually, yellow shirts, percentage-wise, died more than red shirts in TOS, if you do the math. So sorry I missed your comment, my friend. My dog is named after Barkley. Nice. Generation Production says, yeah, all good, man. Yeah, YouTube might have removed it. No biggie. It wasn't removed. I can't see it when I scroll through my comments here. I'm scrolling through again just to make sure. But Fleetpaw sent me a screenshot of it. Okay, I'm back up to your Starship design, 2 warped nacelles. Next one is okay, cool. Thanks, Cap. Gonna have to go back and take a look. The next one is okay then. So I checked 3 times now and I still can't see it, but it's okay because Fleetpaw sent a screenshot of it. It's not showing up for me. I don't know why, but Cody Michaels. Oh, I read that one. Never mind. Mr. Broccoli. Cody Michaels says, "What do you think of them remaking The Crow?" I heard the rap for. I love The Crow. I love Brendan Lee in that role. And the bad guy, can't remember the actor's name, but he's also in like uh, Alien Resurrection. Yeah. Um, I love The Crow. I think it's a fantastic movie. It does not need to be remade. But will I watch a remake? Sure, but it's not going to live up to the first one by any means. Uh, just that's. I'm not gonna read. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, all good, man. Because that's why I was giving you the thumbs up. Joe Grimes, hoping Picard season 3 is better. I can't believe I would switch off a show focused on Picard. I didn't switch it off. As much as it sucked and bored the shit out of me and made me angry, I didn't switch it off. I will not switch off any Trek. I don't understand people that are like, I only watched half of it and had to leave or had to leave the movie theater. No, 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 no. Nothing's that bad. You can amuse yourself in other ways in a movie theater, depending on who you're with, I guess, than walking out on a movie. So I don't understand that personally. I get that some people do it. I just don't understand how or why. But anyway. Eric Martin says, yes, Cap. When you insult me on a live, it's very clear, but I don't take it seriously. Well, you can tell I'm joking. Eric, see, that's the other thing. I mess with my friends. If I walk in and say, hey, how's it going? And that's my greeting from you, take that for what you will. But when I come in and say, hey, you donkey fucking asshole, how's it going, dipshit? That means I really like you. And you're a good friend of mine. So, ha. Insult your good friends. But no, seriously. Yeah, Eric, I'm. If I wanted you to be offended, I could make you offended, but I'm not going to because I like you. But I will joke around and poke fun at you. So, Fleet Paw says it happens sometimes. That's why he keeps me around. That's one of the reasons. Right, Sublet. Remember, technology isn't perfect. Look at the M5, for example. Messages on a live chat in the dawn of the 21st century might be buggy. Birth Defect. I always just considered the Crow sequels were just remakes since they're all the same story. Just different people get in the spirit of the Crow. That's fine. It's not really a remake. It's just it's the Crow entity that's fulfilling the revenge fantasy. Sci-fi guy, live chat, not top chat, or vice versa, just saying. Cody Michaels, Michael Wincott played Top Dollar and the sheriff's cousin in Prince of Thieves. Yes, he's a good bad guy. Fleetpaw says, my personal favorite insult greeting is whenever Samuel says, fuck you, Fleetpaw. It's usually whenever I make him take a shot during a Trekyards live. Cody Michaels, the Crow movie with Edward Furlong was the worst. Terrence Childs, I like how they introduced the Dominion with the destruction of the Galaxy-class starship. That is one of the ways you introduce yourself to the Alpha Quadrant. Ah, yes, the Odyssey. May she rest in peace. Fleetpaw says, or Fleetpaw, you bastard. Yeah, that's more what Samuel would say. I don't think he ever said, fuck you, Fleetpaw. That's something I would say. That's kind of off color for Samuel. But he would totally say, Fleetpaw, you bastard. Favorite tiger, do you think the Nassine will ever appear in Star Trek again? What the fuck are the Nassine? Maybe, probably, I don't know. I can't remember what the Nassine is right now. Bright Starline, has Trekyards gotten a YouTube plaque? No, because we haven't hit 100,000 subscribers yet, so I fucking wish we had. It's my goal. I want to get 100,000 subscribers, get a silver play button. We'll never get a gold play button with 1 million subscribers ever. But I want to get to 100,000, and unfortunately, we're just not there. So, thanks for bringing up that sore spot. Joe Grimes, I watched the whole thing. I just didn't connect, and I switched off figuratively. Okay, that makes sense. Sort of focusing on your phone and stuff. Now, but some people are literal, like or they skip certain scenes in movies and TV shows. Don't do that either. But some people are literal, like they turn off a show and won't watch it again anymore. I can't do that. My brain doesn't allow that, even if it's shit. If it's a franchise like Star Trek or something, I'm gonna watch it all the way through. If it's something new, something interesting, or if it's something new that isn't part of a franchise, I might do that. But even then, it's very unlikely. Eric Martin, remakes are overdone. Hollywood needs to find some original ideas and hire some writers older than 25. That's my rant. Spectre, Angel of Vengeance. Hey, how are you? I am good. How are you, Angel of Vengeance? Being vengeful? Are you the crow angel? Or the crow spirit? Fleetpaw says Nasine are the caretakers from Voyager, I think. Yeah, sure, they can show up. I don't know. Well, I don't know. They don't need to, in my opinion. Cody Michael, should I subscribe? Kidding. Well, it's funny you say that, Cody, because 44% of the people that watch our videos aren't subscribed. If they would just subscribe, we'd be better off. Plus, make sure you are subscribed, because a lot of people get unsubscribed from channels. Some people were unsubscribed from Trekyards and didn't even realize it for a while. And so you need to resubscribe if that's the case. We had a purge of like 6,000 subscribers one day. Like our numbers were looking really good and really good and really good. And it's like, yeah, we're awesome. And then 6,000. And since then, we've never recovered. It's been a slow fucking chug up a hill with the analytics on YouTube. So fuck YouTube for doing that. First of all, I don't care if they were bots or not. I want to get my 100,000 subscriber silver play button. But you can't do that. You can't just unsubscribe people from a channel, and it's against their wishes. And a lot of people have found themselves unsubscribed from the channel. So make sure you're unsubscribed. Favorite tiger, the Nicene or the race that the caretaker is? Yeah. Sure, they could come back. Maybe. I don't know. I don't need them to. Terrence Childs. If you ever visit Maryland, we'd have a really good seafood. Our crab cakes are especially delicious. I'm down. I'm not a huge seafood fan. Like, I do love fish and chips. I like the odd shrimp ring and dipping the shrimp in the dip occasionally. I'm not a huge. I don't like calamari. I don't like a lot of things that are very fishy tasting. And Sylvia's allergic to seafood, so like anaphylactically allergic. So yeah, it's not like I eat seafood very often anyway. But I do love my fish and chips occasionally. And yeah, there you go. Bright Star Line. Sorry, I wasn't sure when they give them out, but you guys deserve one. Thank you. Yes, we've been described by many people, many channels, as an like criminally undersubscribed to channel. And since we're like one of the grandfathered Star Trek channels on YouTube, we created Trekyards before Discovery was a thing, before there was a twinkle in anybody's eye that there would be new Trek. We created Trekyards and had weekly content. We were the only new weekly Star Trek content available, and we prided ourselves on that. Then Discovery got announced. It's like, cool, new Star Trek's coming. Then bing, 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 bing. Channels popped up fucking everywhere. Trek Culture, Lore Reloaded, all that shit. They all popped up out of nowhere after us, and they've all blown by us in subscriber counts. Some of them even there's a channel you guys might be aware of called Space Doc, and yeah, we had Space Doc and Daniel on our channel when they had a lot less subscribers than us. We like helping people out, so we had them on our channel and talking about NX era ships. It was a two-parter. It was really fun. We like helping people out, and they blew right by us, and then they basically wouldn't talk to us or address us anymore. So that's too good for us, I guess. So anyway, it is what it is. We don't focus on the hate. We don't shill. We just tell it like it is, good and the bad. And unfortunately, that also has been described as the neutral zone of Star Trek channels, and that's perfectly fine with me. We have our reputations, we have our integrity, we have our dignity, and we have the attention of the people that matter, the people that work on the shows. And they all respect us and talk to us on a regular basis. You'd be surprised the people that we know, the people that we are in touch with on a regular basis that are actually working on the shows. So, yeah. That's my rant for today. But if having integrity and doing what you do and doing it the right way is going to hold us back subscriber-wise, we're going to continue to do it because it's what we do. And we're not going to change that for anybody. So, YouTube works in mysterious ways. It does. Birth defect. I've gotten unsub before, I think maybe twice. The fuck? Maybe it's my name. No. James McGill, hoping for a day where YouTube doesn't give a shit. Or does give a shit. Yes. I was like, that doesn't make sense. Terrence Childs, I have been a faithful and loyal subscriber for 2 years now. Thank you so much for your time and your service. Just keep checking to make sure you're subscribed. Fleetpaw, I've been unsubbed from channels I've watched for years. It's frustrating, especially when you don't realize it. Yeah, and then months go by and you're like, I haven't seen a video from... Sometimes it would be like 2 years for a certain channel. I'll all of a sudden see one come up on my suggested feed, and I'm like, go check, yep, unsubbed, resubscribe to it, and then like check out all their content, binge it from the past 2 years that I missed, which I didn't even realize I was missing. And it's not that it wasn't good content, so I would have noticed. I've subscribed to a lot of things, so anyway. Right, Sublet says, I'm both subscribed and a Patreon because I always want to support a channel I love and 2 kindred spirits. Well, thank you so much. The Patreon means a lot, so thank you so much for that. Joe Grimes, I hear what you're saying. I love Strange New Worlds. Perhaps switch off was a bad term. I just thought, say, Inner Light versus, say, Stardust City Rag from season 1 was just night and day. Well, Inner Light's not that great, first of all. It's not as good as everybody fucking builds it up to be. And Stardust City Rag is pretty bad, but at least there's a lot more action than Inner Light, so... But I see what you're saying. Geraldine says, I need an episode name. The one where Garrick and Odo get stuck on a planet, have to climb a mountain, almost die. Anyone? I don't know. That's a good episode, though. Favorite Tiger, what was your reaction when you first heard the theme song of the Star Trek Enterprise? I hated it. When I first heard it, I'm like, this is not fucking Star Trek. What the fuck? Now I absolutely love it. I think it's totally appropriate for the show. I love the lyrics. It makes sense for what the show is about. It's 100% a great theme song for Enterprise. But at the time, I was like, this should be better. This should be Star Trek. This should be Star Trek music, and it's not. So yeah, I was upset at the time. Birth defect. I would cry myself to sleep nightly if I was allergic to seafood. Lobster tail and blue rare steak is number 1 of the greatest meals. Spectre, Angel of Vengeance. I'm well, thank you. What would you think of a Galaxy class with a multi-vector assault mode like the Prometheus class, without the families, and variant like the beefed up Dominion War class, Galaxy class? I think that'd be cool. I would love to see more multi-vector assault ships, or attack ships. Fleetpaw says the Ascent, Geraldine Carstensen. It's called the Ascent. There you go. There's the answer. That's the answer, Mr. Spock. Eric Martin, isn't that episode the Ascent? No. Fleetpaw got it right. Eric got it wrong. Birth defect. Space Dock once threatened to block me. I called their bluff and they deleted their comments. Wow. Peter Lukaku, $2. Love Space Ice reviews. What are Space Ice reviews? Beat me up, Mr. Scott. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what that yeah was for. Cody Michaels, moral of the story, don't help anyone. Now we've helped a lot of people, and even people like War Reloaded Blu-ray buy us and subscribers, and it's like, you're welcome. I hope we helped in some small way. Didn't impact us at all. Fuck. Anyway. Brainy Spec says, I appreciate your fairness and integrity. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that comment. Trek or not, success favors followers of evil, the corrupt, nepotistic, and cheaters. Oh, and dumb, pretty people. Fleetpaw says, here's the thing about integrity. You have it, others don't. I'll support you and your integrity over those looking for a fast buck any day. I do and have by being a channel member since for almost 3 years. Yes. And one of our best moderators. And even on the Facebook groups, the admin work you do blows my mind that you're so good at it and you're so dedicated to it. And I really appreciate that. And I owe you a steak dinner and a couple of beers when I meet you because, my God, man, you're one of my favorite people. And I haven't even met you. So, and for working for you as long as I have. You don't work for me. It's volunteer. That's the thing. People don't work for me. I hate when people say that because you don't work for me. If you worked for me and I paid you, I'd be a lot harder on you guys. I'd be like, this needs to be done now. But as it is, you're volunteers and you stand up, you take responsibility, you get things done as a volunteer. And that means way more to me than anything because you don't have to. So, yeah. I kind of wish some people were employees occasionally just so I could say, look, this has got to get done, do it. But since I'm not a boss and I'm not actually paying you guys, I can't do that because it just comes across as being an asshole. So, but sometimes I do get frustrated in that regard. But honestly, you guys are just volunteers and I appreciate everything you guys do. James McGill, nice background. Room has a Hogwarts library feel to it. Thank you. Cody Michaels, I'm always here for a good phaser fight. The classic movies were lacking in that, and I'll give it to New Trek upping the phasers. Sci-fi guy, and now we wish I had it back. Enterprise. Yeah, Enterprise looks so good compared to like fucking Discovery. Sorry, guys. Terrence Childs, in Maryland, we have a delicious cream of crab soup. You really should try some. I love all soups. I especially love cream soups. Get your minds out of the gutters, all of y'all. But no, I'm a huge fan of soups, and I think that would be fantastic. I love like clam chowder and stuff like that. So, clam chowder. So I think that sounds really delicious. Favorite Tiger says, I would like to see Galaxy class starship with warp nacelle separation. Technically, they do have it. So did the TOS Enterprise. It had the option to eject the nacelles in case of emergency, as well as the saucer separation ability. We had a whole episode, two-parter, talking about the saucer separation of ships, not only Enterprise D, but original Enterprise as well. And yeah, there was the option it was actually in the original series Bible that the nacelles could be detached if needed in the case of an emergency. So, Ray Rivera, welcome to the rank of Commander. Welcome aboard, Commander. Thank you so much. Those subscriptions mean a whole lot, and it's a small amount every month. So thank you so much. That means a lot to our analytics, as well as the revenue. So we appreciate that. Fleetpaw, I've watched other Trek channels, and most of them don't have the interest and intrigue Trekyards does. Plus, the graphics are done in-house. Yes, and we're the only ones that can do those graphics, because the ships that Samuel uses, most of them are actually the ones that were used in the shows. So he has those assets documented and cataloged, and it's good to actually be able to use those to compare to new ships and see what the differences are. So Trekyards does stuff that no other channel can. I like how the interest and intrigue that Trekyards does. Hey, you get some benefit perks of knowing me, I think. Just saying. So, yeah, I agree with you. Fleetpaw, hey, new officer on the block. Welcome to the Officers Club. Spectre, Angel of Vengeance. I personally used to not like the Constitution class until I watched you. Your passion for TOS has taught me to love the old jewel of Starfleet. I would have liked to have TNG TOS episodes of both Enterprises. I am so glad to read that comment. I love that. Personally, used to not like the Constitution class until I watched you. Your passion for TOS has taught me to love the old. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much. That is such a fantastic comment. That means the world to me. My brainwashing techniques have paid off, you see. I mean, no, I didn't say that last part, did I? Did I say that out loud? Oh shit. No, thank you. That means the world to me, hearing comments like that. You're welcome, Ray. Right sublet. The differences between Trekyards and some other content channels is I will get in my car, drive 600 miles to see you for 1 weekend per year. Aw, you don't come to see me. You come to see Wonderfest. Don't even start. Don't even start that shit. But I appreciate that. We just happen to be at the same place at the same time. Generation Productions. Hey, Trekyards. Captain, about Windows as the bridge. The cage, where no one has gone before. TOS Connie had a view screen window. See in your inbox. So the bridge view screen is Canon. First of all, you spelled Canon wrong. There's only one N in Canon. And no, that is not a fucking window. That is a sensor palette. And Gene Roddenberry said so himself. He wanted to make sure that people didn't think it was a window. That's why when it went to production for season 1, they changed the color of it from black to white. So it is not a window. Do not get me started on that. People have brought up that argument before when the JJ thing came up and the window as a view screen. Don't get me wrong. It's a fine idea to have a window as a view screen with an overlay of like a screen on a window. That's fine. But the fact that because 2009 did it and everybody fucking since has done it because of that pisses me off. There should be no window there. And it was not a window in the cage. Do your research. Go look that up. Gene Roddenberry wanted to make sure that people didn't think it was a window. It was never a window. It is a sensor palette. So, anyway. Joe Grimes. Aw, Inner Light was a great episode, but I get it if it wasn't for you. I love those episodes that could be short stories. All right, I went into this last night. I'll do it again. What's the best episode of TOS? City on the Edge of Forever. It's not. What's the best episode of TNG? The Inner Light. It's not. What was the other example? The Visitor from DS9. Always ranked as a good one. Ah, yeah, The Visitor. With the old Jake Sisko looking for his dad. They're not the best episodes of Star Trek. They're fantastic sci-fi. They're fantastic storytelling. They're amazing premises and awesome sci-fi stories. But they have nothing to do with Star Trek. The fact that it was a writer that had that script put in a Star Trek episode, tying it to Star Trek, makes it a fantastic episode. Absolutely, I agree. However, as far as a Star Trek episode goes, it's not a good episode. You do not need Kirk and McCoy and Spock for City on the Edge of Forever. It could be anybody. It doesn't need to be a Star Trek character. But the fact that it's in a Star Trek show, everybody's like, that was quality, fucking like Emmy Award-winning writing. Yeah, it absolutely was. It's also like Pulitzer-winning writing because it's good sci-fi. But it did not need to be a Star Trek episode to be good. Real good Star Trek episodes need Star Trek as the primary catalyst for the episode. And unfortunately, Inner Light and City on the Edge of Forever are not that. So that's my take on it. There you go. Terrence Childs, the Cheyenne-class starship was clearly just turned upside down. Do you agree or not? The Cheyenne class? Yes, I would agree. Sorry, I want to go back to that thing for a second with the Inner Light. Wow, so many people are messaging me. What was I saying? The Inner Light has maybe 2 minutes of good Star Trek in that episode. The rest is just some fucking man that we know, who could be anybody, living a life and experiencing a thing. And I bring this up all the time. Because everybody's like, City on the Edge of Forever is the best TOS episode. And I'm like, it's not. You know what? The Enterprise incident is better. You know why? Because the Enterprise incident is well, actually, the Enterprise, I could make the same argument for the Enterprise incident. It's basically sub warfare, submarine warfare. But it's done in a way that makes it a fantastic Star Trek episode. Sure, you could have done it with submarines in a movie form. That would have been fine too. Let's see, what's another good example? Doomsday Machine. I guess the argument could be made for a lot of them that I find really good Star Trek episodes. But honestly, The City on the Edge of Forever, it doesn't need to be Star Trek to be fantastic. So I'm gonna stop harping about it. People don't agree with me, and I get it. It's fine. Bright Star Line. Is there any new Trek series that you would have put above anything from TOS or Enterprise? TOS to Enterprise that I would put above? TOS is always going to be number one. It's per capita, pound for pound, it is the best Star Trek, hands down. Yes, there was only 3 seasons. Yes, it got canceled, but those are long seasons. Fantastic stories, good enough to make a franchise that endured 50 plus years. There's nothing that can beat TOS. But the visuals and yeah, whatever. For its time, it was fucking award-winning special effects and sets. So you can't take away when it was made, when it was created. You have to look at it for what it was at the time. There are things that come close. DS9 is my second favorite Trek series, but Prodigy's quickly sped up those ranks. Prodigy's right up there in my top 5 because Prodigy's fucking fantastic. Strange New Worlds, so far with 1 season, it's a good showing. If it keeps up with season 2, it'll bump up a little bit more in rank. Will it beat TNG? Nope, never. TNG is still going to be like my number 3. So none of these shows are probably going to get into my top 3. But anyway. Cody Michaels, still don't like Enterprise's uniforms. Never been a fan of jumpsuits. I think I'm in the minority here. I really love the flight suit look, especially with all the pockets. They're very helpful. Plus, they look really super comfortable. Fleet Paw shared the saucer separation episodes as I knew he would when I mentioned it, so thank you. Smart Smears. I fairly regularly see people put Lower Decks over Voyager and Enterprise. I haven't seen either to say myself, but I do know for some people it's not like the old shows are above the new ones. It's a different scaling system. I don't think I put Lower Decks over Voyager. I might put it over Enterprise, though. It's tough. It's tough. You got to kind of judge them as their own periods, I think. Anyway. Favorite Tiger. What is the second vertical tube in main engineering next to the warp core in a Galaxy-class starship? Is it a coolant tank or something similar or completely different? The second vertical tube. I don't know what you're referring to necessarily. In the Enterprise E in First Contact, there was the 2 tubes on the side, which were coolant. But I don't know what you mean. I can't picture what you're talking about. Bright Starline, I'd like to hire your services as a private investigator to find out why Trekyards are at 100,000 subscribers. Well, I don't do that anymore. Yeah, I don't have the heart for it anymore. Generation Productions. Okay, all good, Trekyards, all good, Captain. Peter Lukaku, $2. You guys get snow dumped on? Holy Ontario. Nope, no snow at all, actually. Smart Smears. I like the lower decks that had both a window and a view screen on different California-class ships. Yeah, that's fine, but not every ship in the fleet should have that. Heath Tompkins. I've always wanted to write a Star Trek novel where all 7 captains meet and take on an unknown enemy like the Iconians. That'd be great, but everybody would call fan service, fan service, fan service. Birth defect. How do you feel about a Galaxy class having a window in the overhead on the bridge? I think that's cool. I love this. I love the skylight. It's a fine idea. I have no problem with that. None at all. Eric Martin. Cap is like Quato from Total Recall. Open your mind. You can change your opinions. Donnie Pearson. Ah, yes, my number 2 current Star Trek show, referring to Lower Decks. Smart Smears. Darmok is a great episode of Star Trek. Yes. Cody Michaels. The best episode of TNG is Chain of Command. Duh. I have a problem with Chain of Command. I have a real problem with torture scenes. And so, yeah, Chain of Command is not going to be in my favorites of TNG. Sorry. Joe Grimes. I get you. That does make sense. Birth defect. The Intrepid design with ready room next to the bridge facing forward is really neat, I thought. Yes, that's a fantastic design. Right sublet. My favorite episodes tend to include Doomsday Machine, D7s, and triangles, not at the same time. Trimble, not triangles. Do you mean Tribble? I don't know what you mean. That final week. Wait, what's the best Star Trek TNG episode then? What's the best Star Trek TNG episode then? Well, that's a tough one. Probably the Best of Both Worlds is up there. That's a tough one. There's some really good ones in TNG. Don't know. Peter Lukaku, $20. I would love a realistic space soap opera where nothing really happens from episode to episode while traveling through space. Because realistically, nothing happens in space every week. I would believe that. Yes. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Yes. You only see the exciting moments in Star Trek. Like, Warp 8, we need to get there immediately. Warp 8, engage. And then they're arrived. Meanwhile, you don't see the 8 hours of in between. Engage. So, Commander, did you get those shift rotations sorted out? Oh, yes. Have you talked to the engineering department head? I want some drills run. Yeah. Time to destination. 8 hours and 26 minutes. Well, I got to go take a shit, and that'll be about 20 minutes. After that, probably going to head down to the holodeck and run a Dixon Hill program or Sherlock Holmes program, something. Notify me when we're about a half hour out from our destination, please. Thanks. Yeah, I want to see that shit. Spectre, Angel of Vengeance. LOL, you're welcome. The day I watched TOS and TNG, it was like, what the fuck is that ship in TOS? Then you and Samuel spoke on the Constitution class, and I was in awe. I learned so much. Your passion of TOS is why I love TOS Enterprise. That is awesome. Joe Grimes, sorry, Captain, I didn't mean to rile you up. People love when I get riled up. Don't worry about riling me up. People love it. And if I'm in the mood for it, I can go off. I have to be in the mood to rant, though. Beam me up, Mr. Scott. I still have a few TOS episodes that I haven't seen. I save them for special occasions. What's wrong with you? Watch them. Right sublet. I love the bread and circuses for the ethical debate about the power of the Enterprise, but will not violate the Prime Directive. Happiest Known says, I think I'm in love with Edith Keeler. She must die, Jim. Fleetpaw. The only one that I would say could blow TOS out of the top spot would be DS9 in my opinion. Just my opinion, though. I can see why you'd say that, yes. But Star Trek TOS is pure Star Trek to its core. And honestly, it's about exploration, which is different than DS9. DS9's a very political war kind of theme. It's a totally different animal. So for pure sci-fi exploration, Star Trekkiness, nothing is better than TOS. The only other one that would be close is TNG. Even DS9 doesn't come close. So TOS followed by TNG for that. Right, sublet. I also love the two courtroom dramas, TOS Court Martial and Data's Day. Data's Day is great, just for the day-to-dayness of it. Court Martial's good. Drumhead is also very good. So, Donnie Pearson, speaking of the Star Trek overall, a quarter year more till first contact day. Birth defect. While I didn't like the Enterprise uniforms, I did like the female mirror Enterprise uniforms. It's a simple thing sometimes, sue me. Not just the Enterprise mirror uniforms, but like even TOS. Uhura's belly? Oh my goodness. Yes, please. More of that. Beam me up, Mr. Scott. When is first contact day? That sounds fun. It's April 6th? April 6th or April 5th? I want to say 6th. Fleet Pass says April 5th. There you go. Beam me up, Mr. Scott. Cool. It's still the 5th of December, January across North America and everywhere else, yes. Beam me up, Mr. Scott. I'm good. How are you? We don't need to have a back and forth. Bright Starline. Best captain and first officer of Trek is Captain Stuart Foley and Commander Samuel Calkins. Hashtag facts. Fuck yeah. Right, sublet. Yesterday's Enterprise is great. Yeah, that's a fucking stellar episode. I would say yes, maybe that is the best episode of TNG. Yes. Pure Star Trekkiness to its core. Yes. Yes. Sure, you could say it's a good sci-fi story. It could be told in any format. You don't need the Star Trek crew. You're wrong though. The gestalt of having the Enterprise C show up and the D be in such a bad situation, the Federation being so wrecked. There's so much Star Trek in yesterday's Enterprise. Yes, I thank you. Thank you, right? You're absolutely right, right? You are correct, sir. Yesterday's Enterprise would be the best episode of TNG. Yeah. Yeah. There's definitely a case to be made there. Fleet Pass says, so I wanted to get on this disclaimer. This is before I was joined as a mod. I too didn't have a high opinion of the original Connie. I preferred the refit. However, I've come to love her. I understand why people love the refit over the original. I totally do. And my favorite ship changes from day to day depending on my mood, whether it's the refit or the TOS one. But they're the same ship. You got to understand that. The space frame is the fucking same. It is the same ship, heart and soul. It is the same woman, just with a more beautiful dress on and her makeup done much prettier for the refit. But still, plain Jane, no makeup, wearing regular clothes. She's still fucking gorgeous. Come on now. Cody Michaels. I also accept all good things as the best of TNG. If you've seen the whole series, yes. But if you haven't seen the whole series and you watch All Good Things, you're like, what the fuck's happening? Who's this Q guy? What is this? Why does everybody look different? Why are they in the past? What is happening? You need the context there. But yes, I would agree. Beam me up, Mr. Scott. I'm a morning pooper right after the copy goes in. Good to know. Cody Michaels, yesterday's Enterprise is definitely top 3. Fleetpaw says, thanks to you and Samuel, she is so much more beautiful knowing what I know now about her. All thanks to you two. Aw, thanks guys. Trek or not, Riker, pass the time porn program, number 1006. Favorite Tiger, why do you think Q died in Picard season? I don't fucking know, because he felt like dying. We don't know how old he was at that point. He could have been like 15,000 years older than the last time we saw him. He's non-corporeal. So who knows? Who knows? Riker on Pornhub. I believe that. Cody Michaels, I'm always here for a Foley rant. Thank you. Donnie Pearson, I love yesterday's Enterprise. I love all good things as well. Joe Grimes, I was just surprised. Interlight, okay, is a fan favorite, but I loved its themes on climate change and a fantastic Picard episode. I'd like to hear your opinion. It's a fine Picard episode. I don't give a flying fuck about its themes on climate change, honestly. That's just, like I said, good storytelling, social commentarying it up. Yeah, Picard is a major thing in that, but he's so not Picard for most of that fucking episode. He just gives in to the, this is what I am now. Okay, oh, I have kids. Oh my god, the launch of the thing. Oh, okay. It could have been anybody. It's just, yeah, yeah. Planet X, I'm late to the party. You are, and you've missed a good party. This has been a fantastic live, by the way. So I want to thank everybody that's joined me. You guys are fantastic and great, and I love you all. Some more than others. I'll let you decide who's who. Terrence Childs, the episode called The Drumhead was one of the best episodes of the entire series. Picard knew what he was doing when he walked into that room. He was going to destroy that woman. That woman deserved to be destroyed because she was a bitch. Birth defect. Yesterday's Enterprise also gave Tasha a better end. I mean, Tasha always had a nice end, if you know what I'm saying. Nice tight end. Like she played football? I don't know. But yes, I hear you. Spectre, Angel of Vengeance. I think I heard of a crossover of TOS or TNG with DC or Marvel. That did happen. Yes, there was a TNG X-Men crossover novel. There was also a TOS and Green Lantern crossover, if I recall correctly, in comic book form. So yeah. Bright Starline. Also, to go with the best captain and commander, best Trek starship is USS Trekyards, hashtag facts, behind Enterprise, of course. Thank you, Bright Starline. Peter Lukaku, oh, another refit. I should call her. Space Trekker said, always like cause and effect. That's another great episode for sure. Ray Rivera, what's your favorite Voyager episode? Okay, first of all, if anybody knows me, I hate when people ask me what's my favorite thing, because I'm effectively going to miss something. I'm going to give an answer, and then I'm going to think about it like 3 days later and go, oh shit, I should have said this because this one was better. My favorite Voyager episode, I don't know, probably Year of Hell, or Equinox. Those two-parters, they were both fantastic. Favorite Voyager episode? The one with the Demon Planet Voyager crew, where at the end the ship is just dissolved. That's a fantastic episode. Also the one where Seven is jumping through time, different points in Voyager's history with the relativity. That's another one. See, I can never pick a favorite. It's like asking to pick a favorite child. It's not really doable, first of all. Second of all, there's so many fucking episodes, and I don't have a list in front of me, so I'll inevitably miss one, which should have been mentioned, and it just wasn't, and then I'll feel stupid, and so, yeah. Tuvix was a fun Voyager. It was. And hashtag Janeway did nothing wrong in that regard. Favorite Tiger says, what do you think Q natural form looks like? We saw it already. We saw it in Encounter at Farpoint. It's that glowing orb with like the three snake head things. that's apparently what his real form looked like. So there you go. Joe Grimes, well, he was Galen, not Picard. Okay, a bad defense. Cody Michaels, Rascals is the best TNG episode. Kidding. Rascals is pretty fun. I do like Rascals. Captain Casey Stewart, did you tell Tasha about her end when you met her? No, I did not. Peter the Caco, speaking of crossovers, what's the crossover I keep hearing about this new season of Strange New Worlds? Lower Decks? Yep. Lower Decks. Mariner and Boimler are going to be appearing on Strange New Worlds as Mariner and Boimler in live action format. So who knows how that's going to go about or how it's going to happen. I'm excited for it. You're also apparently going to be seeing an animated Captain Pike. So Equinox was brilliant. Peter the Caco, how are they going to do that? Well, you'll have to wait and see. We don't know yet. Beam me up, Mr. Scott. The Demon Planet crew. That one toyed with my emotions. Yeah, exactly. It was a fucking great episode. Cody Michaels, I always loved Ship in a Bottle for Voyager. Yep. That's another good one, for sure. Fleetpaw, Course Oblivion is the Silver Blood Voyager episode. Thank you. Birth Defect, my favorite TNG episode was Measure of a Man. Picard and Data versus Riker really showed the measure of all three men, and Data having the hologram of Tasha after their one-nighter was cute. Spectre, Angel of Vengeance, what would you think of a Star Trek and Star Wars crossover? And what would be better, what would fit better for a crossover? TOS, TNG, Enterprise, Voyager, DS9? That's a question I've been trying to answer myself. First of all, I do not want to see a Star Trek, Star Wars crossover. It would make no fucking sense and be completely stupid and nonsensical to me. And no, that's just cash. That's a cash grab. It's cashing in on two Gestalt franchises. Not necessary. Wouldn't be good. Not interested. Thank you so much. As for which era, TNG would probably be your best bet, which covers Voyager and DS9 as well. So, but yeah, I don't want to see that. Never have, never will. It wouldn't make sense. Australia is not real. Just ask a flat earther. Throws in $5 Australian. Did the Melbourne get destroyed by the Borg and the Dominion? I mean, probably. Oh, sorry. My sciatica is sort of kicking in, getting a little bit painy. I believe the Melbourne did get destroyed, but I'm not sure. Right sublet. I always enjoyed any Voyager where the Doctor and Seven got to play off each other. They had great chemistry. I totally agree with you. Dionysus says, why do you got this going on at such an ungodly hour? We've been going on for about 2 hours, and it isn't even 0600 yet, but at least I remembered to hit the like. Good morning. Good morning. I don't know where you are. You're probably in the UK by the sounds of things, but this is kind of the time of night where I do these things. So, Generation Productions. Okay, later, Trekyards, Captain. Have a good one. See you later. Fleetpaw says, any episode of Voyager that forces Janeway to choose between keeping Federation ideals or keeping her crew alive is always a good one. Trekkernaut. It's going to be a trippy cartoon alt reality. Ray says, I agree with you. I thought Equinox was my favorite episode, but then you reminded me of Year of Hell. Love that episode too. Damn it. Planet X. Lower Decks is officially my third favorite Star Trek show after DS9 and TNG. Dionysus says, I love when Ryan played the Doctor and had cheesecake. Yeah. Joe Grimes, did you like Blink of an Eye, Voyager? Blink of an Eye. Trying to remember what Blink of an Eye was. I'm thinking of Wink of an Eye, the TOS one. Refresh my memory. Captain Casey Stewart. For the crossover, maybe a holodeck episode, but in real life and animated, maybe. Could be, yes. Favorite Tiger says, when do you expect season 2 to release of Star Trek Strange New Worlds? I expect in end of March or beginning of April. They're going to announce it soon, I think. Spiked Psycho. Voyager, great crossover environment. They've traveled pretty weird places. Peter the Caco, Fleetpaw, Course Oblivion. Never seen Voyager. Speed. Seen so fast to the rescue. Still the fastest ship shot. Cody Michaels, a Star Trek and Star Wars crossover would be like peanut butter and turkey sandwich. Might be interesting, might be kind of tasty, but really weird. Solaris, the long hauler rail fan, says the only way a Star Wars and Star Trek would work would be a holodeck episode. And Dionysus says Grease. Okay. Donnie Pearson says, great to see a Sovereign class starship in lower decks. Hope to see Enterprise E, whether with a yellow or blue color deflector in season 4 as well. Dan Bevan, Living Witness is always a good Voyager episode for me. Gets me wondering on how history remembers us. Living Witness is also a fantastic one. It's the closest we'll get to a Mirror Universe Voyager episode, but it's such a fun ride. I like those alternative reality and time travel episodes. I know it's not a time travel episode, but it's a time jump episode at least. And yeah, the alternate reality and the fact we never got a Mirror Universe Voyager episode, that's the closest we're going to get to it. So, yes. Well, there have been people associated with both Star Trek and Star Wars, including composers Richard Bella, Michael, Barton. Yes. Good tea, nice house. Who plays live action Shax? There won't be a live action Shax. Only Boimler and Mariner are going to be in the Strange New Worlds crossover. Dionysus says, blink of an eye was where the planet's time was moving fast. The doctor, lives the left-hander. Yes, that's a fucking great episode. Yes, 1000% yes. I love that episode. Fleetpaw says, blink of an eye, the weird planet where time moves super fast. They went from Stone Age people to spacefaring in 2 weeks. Right Sublet says, at Dionysus, I agree. I need to go back and revisit that episode. Joe Grimes, the planet that moves faster than normal space-time, the natives think they are gods. Skyship. Spiked Psycho, Elvis would love peanut butter and turkey with thermos full of tranquilizers. Thank you very much. Seth Card, did you hear about the Simpsons Marvel crossover? Homer is going to play Mr. Plow, the villain in the new Hawkeye movie. No, I haven't heard about that. But now I have, and I feel dirty for having done so. Australia is not real, just ask a flat earther. Throws in $2 Australian. Fan fiction, one on YouTube, and Star Trek wins. Captain Casey Stewart, still waiting for Galaxy Class in Lower Decks, and the real one in Prodigy. And back to Australia is not a real, just ask a flat earther. Yeah, there's a lot of fan fiction crossover with space battle shit. They're kind of fun to watch, but I really, it's weird. There's a few of them on YouTube. But yeah, no, it's not. There's no story really behind them, so. Favorite Tiger, I would like a crossover between Star Trek and Back to the Future. I don't think that would work so well. Peter the Caco, $5. I would love for a reboot of Sequest DSV. It would really work better now. Yes, I think it would. Trek or not, Shax in theory could be played by David Harbour. Australia is not real, just ask a flat earther says, just face the fact, if there was a war doctor, who would win? If there was a war doctor. You mean from um, Living Witness? Or are you talking Doctor Who with the War Doctor? I don't know. Donnie Pearson, speaking of, I can imagine Marvel holds comic book publishing rights for The Simpsons. After all, Disney owns both Marvel and 20th Century Television Animation. I don't mind a reboot of Sequest DSV, to be honest. Dionysus says, would he beat Q? Would who beat Q? I know you're talking to Australia's Not a Flat Earther, but a War Doctor, okay. I never thought of that. Spike Psycho. I read a Star Wars Trek fan fiction. It was actually pretty good. Rebels Ghost accidentally came to Trek Universe by radiation from supernova remnant. It might work, I guess, but I still wouldn't care for it, honestly. Beam me up, Mr. Scott. I just watched the director's cut of Critters. The original cut has a lot more space stuff in it. Cody Michaels, the X-Men Star Trek comics were never bad. It was a good sandwich. Yeah, there's a Star Trek Transformers crossover too for IDW, and it's pretty good. So, Australia's Not Real, just ask a Flat Earther says that would be a cool episode of Doctor Who with Q, just fucking with him. With Q just fucking with him. Yes. Fleet Pass says, I think Generation Tech did the best Tech Wars crossovers. Telepaths become more powerful in the Wars universe, but transporters didn't work. The Force was weakened, and hyperdrive didn't work in Trek. There you go. It's the first time hearing about that, so. Foley bot is offline. Let's try that again. But if you and he and didn't work so well. Favorite Tiger, would there ever be a Star Trek video game similar to Mortal Kombat? Ooh, fighter. Like the Star Wars one, the Masters of Terra Kasai. I wouldn't be opposed to that. And I'd like to have a really super powerful red shirt character in the game. I think that'd be fucking cool. But yeah, having like Captain Kirk facing a Gorn, facing an Excalbion, ooh, Tholian. Fuck yeah. I would be down for a Star Trek fighting game. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot, actually. So much potential there. Have a Gorn fighting a Borg. Like there's so much like fertile ground there. Wow. That just kind of blew my mind. Never thought about that before. Wow. Fleet Paw Swiftback, and the Empire was forced to map hyperspace routes before they could advance much past the Bajoran wormhole, but they overwhelmed a lot of Trek ships before they were forced back into their universe. Nice. Planet X, what did you think about the DS9 episode Second Skin? Second Skin. Is that the one with Kira, where they make her think that she's a sleeper agent? That was all right, but I don't like Kira-focused episodes, and I hate Bajoran-focused episodes. That one was more Cardassian, and I kind of liked the premise. It was a very interesting episode. I would dare say it's a good episode, although I'm not a fan of Kira. So, yeah. I don't know if that's the right one that I'm thinking of, but... Cody Michaels, have you seen Australia's Bugs? I hope it's real. Just keep them all there. I've seen a lot of Australia's wildlife, and it's crazy. Spiked Psycho, Trek Wars depends on different physics. No hyperspace, no wars ship work. No subspace, nothing in Trek works. No warp, no FTL, sensors, communications, no FTL, computer processing. Donnie says, I honestly still hope for a Star Trek comic book crossover with the Power Rangers at some point. You know what I'm going to say about that, Donnie? Peter Lukaku, hey Captain, did you follow the recent Artemis Artemis mission to the moon? And are you going to have a moon landing party in 2 years? Please send me an invite, lol. I didn't really follow it too much. I kind of, don't know where that cut off. I got a low battery warning. I didn't really follow it too much. I'll probably will have some kind of thing for in 2 years for the moon landing, but you want an invite, eh? We'll see. Beam me up, Mr. Scott. Who would the cheat characters be? I don't know. We'd have to work that out for sure. Any person likewise, the one with DC's Superman. Cody Michaels, the best Star Trek game is like a mix of 3 different games already made. Captain Casey Stewart, Captain, you're blowing more smoke than your steam locomotive. Ha ha ha. Well, it's funny because, yeah, I realized after the fact that it was out of smoke oil when I did that video, so it wasn't chugging. And I was kind of like, oh, well, I already put it away, though, because that was the one that was around the tree. So I filmed the video, put the train away, uploaded the video, and realized, shit, I didn't have any smoke oil in it. So, yeah, and I am blowing more smoke than my train. So, Spike Psycho, Trek ships win. Reason warships are so massive is to sustain massive logistics and crew, compartmentalize catastrophic damage. Sci-fi guy, yes, original concepts. We love original concepts. Australia is not real, just ask a flat earther. Puts in $5 Australian. The science in all science fiction, all sci-fi is all messed up. You wouldn't blow up someone's home world. You would just blow up their sun or send a supernova. It's the wrong sun. I think you mean S-U-N. I was confused by whose sun are we blowing up now? But, yeah. Australia says, sorry, voice to text message. The sci-fi guy says, Trek fighting game. Good T Nice House, you all are being silly. The only plausible Star Trek crossover is with Alf. Duh. The Grand Nagus gifting the tribble to the citizens of Melmac is the making of a great story. Well, considering that Alf loved eating cats, yes. Tribbles. They're like little puff balls. They're like little puff pastries, if you will, for the Melmacians. It's a great idea. Spike Psycho. Wars ships also use plasma weapons. Trek uses particle beam weapons. Plasma weapons are obsolete by the 24th century. Superior shields and far more advanced sensors. Favorite Tiger. What did you think of the Voyager episode Workforce? Absolutely fucking despised it. Stargate SG-1 did a better version of Workforce than Voyager did. I hated that episode of Voyager. Birth defect. Superman Star Trek crossover. Enterprise had to stop Brainiac. I'd buy a Superman Star Trek crossover. That'd be kind of cool. Peter Lukaku. Yes, who's faster, a warp ship or Superman? A warp ship, easily. Ray Rivera. Bleh. It's time for my beauty sleep. Fun stream, Captain. Thanks. See you all later. Thank you so much, Ray, for joining the channel at the rank of Commander. Much appreciated. And glad you enjoyed the stream. Hopefully we'll be back for more when I do more of these, because I do them all the time. So please join me anytime. Australia is not real, just ask a flat earther says, what time is it for you? It would have been super early. It would have to be super early in the morning. For me, it is currently 10 after 11 p.m. It's almost midnight here. Daniel 1018 says, Hodgkin's law of parallel planet development. It should be called Star Trek's universal law of parallels, since so many incidents throughout TOS, TNG, Voyager, and the Enterprise saga obeys this premise. Cody Michaels, Elf Eats Spot. That's the beginning of an episode. Of the episode. Yeah. Planet X. McCoy and Scotty are technically still both alive as per current Star Trek canon, right? Yes. Spike Psycho. I read the comic DC Power Ranger crossover. Zack Black Ranger fought the Batman. Lost. Of course he did. It's fucking Batman. Flash stole their weapons, attacked by Zord. Alpha 5 infected by Brainiac. Nice. That sounds like an interesting crossover. Cody Michaels, in one of the X-Men Trek comics, I think they alluded that Beast and Dr. McCoy were related. Yes, Doc McCoy. Yeah. Right sublet. I've got to sign off for the evening. I have to be up early. Much love and live long and prosper to you all. Thank you for joining us, sir. Much appreciated. And yes, I'll see you at Wonderfest. Don't worry. Yeah, I want to thank everybody for showing up. I'm going to have to wrap it up because I got a low battery on my phone. So, yeah, I'm going to have to wrap it up soon. So, if anybody wants to throw in the last super chat for the last super chat slot, now is the time. Hit that like button if you haven't already. We're 5 away from 80. So, that's another 5 likes. Get us to 80 likes would be awesome. But yeah, last super chat slot is open and available. So if you want to check it or click it, please do. And try to get in there with that last super chat. I read the comic DC. Captain Casey Stewart. Is TNG the only TV crossover with a non-Trek series? Webster. Yes. Yes, the Webster crossover. Yes. Fleetpaw Swiftback. Well, before the Klingons obliterated the Tribble homeworld, and after they figured out Glommer's 8 Tribbles, the Klingons tried to form an alliance with Melmac. The Melmacians ate Kalas's Targ. Peter Lukaku, any Bridge Crew coming soon, or game lives coming up? Yeah, I want to do Bridge Crew soon. We've actually talked about that, and probably do some maybe next week. Fleet Paw says, so the Klingons killed all the Melmacians. Cody Michaels, haven't you had to shit for a half an hour now? I don't have to shit at all right now, actually. Daniel 1018, do you think that species 10C would have created the infernal machine? No. Fleet Paw throws in $2 with a snipe. Pa-ting! Peter Lukaku, $2. I don't see Squadra Course anywhere. Planet X, $5. What is one of your favorite episodes of Voyager? As I said, Course Oblivion is one of them. Living Witness is another. Blink of an Eye is another. People have reminded me of a lot of good episodes. Year of Hell, Part 1 and 2. Equinox, Part 1 and 2. There's the one... What is the one where Voyager crashes on the planet, the ice planet, and then future Chakotay and Kim come back to stop it? That's another favorite. There's a lot of good Voyager episodes. Good tea, nice house, $2. Pew, pew, pew. Trekker Nut. Be funny to have a Strange New Worlds Tremor-style episode where Pike... crash on a desert planet near an old town, and we have to take hard rock ground to avoid the giant planet worms trying to eat them. Cody Michaels, $2. Stuart, you are the father. Thank you, Maury. Timeless, that's the episode. Thank you, Fleetpaw. Peter Lukaku, $1. $1 snipe in, thank you. Spike Psycho, funny ending. DC heroes visit Angel Grove Juice Bar. Bruce offers to pay, puts his money, but his money's useless because Lex Luthor is on demonetization currency. Zach, we never had this president. I don't approve of your shenanigans. All right, guys, I think I'll call it there. This has been one hell of a fun live, and I want to thank everybody for showing up. Right now, Peter Lukaku has that last super chat slot with a $1 snipe. So thank you so much. We're only one like away from 80. So if you have not hit the like button, hit the like button. If you're watching this after the fact, make sure you've hit the like button. And please send us a super thanks. A little super thanks on this video would be much appreciated. It all adds up. It all helps out the channel, and we really appreciate it. So, yeah. Oh, we got more comments coming in. Just about to wrap up. Peace, everyone. Favorite Voyager episodes: Twisted, Endgame, and that ablative armor generator. Donnie Pearson says, "Thank you, Cap. Till next we meet, may you and yours live long and prosper." Cody Michaels sends 5 black hearts. That seems like a threat. Black hearts and all. I don't know how I feel about that, Cody. Planet X says, "Thank you. Fun times always." Well, thank you. Because without you guys, there would be no us. I don't know that. Alexa, tell me a Star Trek joke. How many years does Captain Kirk have? 3. His left ear, his right ear, and his final front ear. Oh my God. So if you didn't hear that, how many ears does Captain Kirk have? 3. His left ear, his right ear, and his final front ear. Wow. Fleetpaw says, "Thank you for joining us tonight, folks. Until next time, please remember to like, subscribe, and if you're able to, leave us super thanks. It really helps live long and prosper." Yeah, I think that's a good way to end out. So thank you, Fleetpaw. Thank you, everybody. We have hit 80 likes, which is amazing. And we're $2 away from a good super chat goal, but whatever. It is what it is. I appreciate everybody that's super chatted. And Peter Lukaku, you are the lucky winner of the last super chat slot, which wins you absolutely nothing because the points here don't matter. Good Tea Nice House throws in $5. It must have been love. It must have been love. But it's over now. Don't go. I mean, my battery's going to die. And the last thing I'd want is to be in the middle of a rant and have my battery die. So, but thank you. You pushed us over that super chat goal that I was kind of looking for. So I appreciate that. Good Tea Nice House. And you have won the last super chat slot. Again, where the points don't matter here. So it's much like whose line is it anyway. But, you know, at least just say you can win something today. It's a good day. I know, 30 years old, I know. Anyway, have yourselves a good night, everybody, and I will see you possibly tomorrow evening. Until then, I'm Captain Foley, signing off.